Hello, my name is Ivy Prosper, and this is another exciting day in Ghana. Today, American R&B singer Sisqo is in town, and we are here to catch him on his first day in the country. I wonder how he's loving Ghana. I'm sure he is, because everybody loves Ghana, right? It's so great to see the diaspora always making an effort to come and visit the continent of Africa and choosing Ghana as the place to be. So today, press conference with Cisco. Award-winning American R&B artist Sisqo is back in Ghana. He'll be performing at the Rhythm and Brunch event at Accra Polo Club to a sold-out audience. The event celebrates music from the 90's and 2000s. He held a brief press conference in Osu to share his excitement about the show and his love for traveling to Africa throughout his career.
How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, problem not there. Listen, first of all, let me say welcome. Now, I'm going to assume that anyone who's here, it means you know who this gentleman is. So I'm not even going to spend a lot of time introducing him. What I'm going to say is, we all know what he stands for, and we all know that he's someone who has the highest energy in the world. So for those of you who are here at this press conference today, that's what we want to get from you. This is his first interaction officially with Ghana in this trip. Rhythm and Brunch at 2. So we wanted to make sure that we had a situation where we brought some of the best and the brightest, some of the people who tell the stories the best in the country, to meet you and to hear from you, to figure out what's going on with Cisco in Ghana, what's going on with Rhythm and Brunch at 2, and how are we going to make this by far one of the best events of the year. So again, thank you so much for being here. My name is Marnie Gabor. Welcome to Cello Restaurant. It's a pleasure to have you here. That's the energy. So we're going to have them sit down officially. We want to say welcome. Please have a seat. I need everyone to have a seat for now. We'll have a little interactive session for now. But for now, if you can all just get seated. So I have on stage with me, I call them two of the maddest men in the country. It's always good to have friends who are a little crazy. You understand me? Rhythm and Brunch was an idea that was born from the simple notion that when people come together, there's nothing that we can't do. So we have two crazy men, Yanfo Hackman, Johnny Stone, who decided there's something that we could do to change the narrative in Ghana when it comes to, I wouldn't say nightlife, but just having fun in general. Those of us who grew up on, we call it real music. We call it the R&B of the old, we call it real music. Now what's going on, you can call it what you want. We choose to call what they made back then real music. And the people who grew up on real music, we started to feel that the atmosphere is changing. And we wanted to do something about it. So we wanted to create something that will celebrate the people who came before, the people who put their heart and their soul into music, who will sing choruses for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, dance around, flip for us, all of it. And that's how we got here. So without much further ado, allow me to introduce my partner, Yanfo Hackman. Yanfo is the founder of Rhythm and Brunch, one of the founders. Johnny Stone, also one of the founders. Pleasure to have both of you here. Yanfo, we're just going to start with you mainly because this is Rhythm and Brunch at 2, which means that we would like to frame the conversation in a way. So we'll start off by saying, why Rhythm and Brunch, and why do you think that this is something that is important culturally, socially, economically, all of the above? You think we're doing something that's more than a party, or for now are we just throwing parties?
Thank you, Mauli. I'd like to say thank you guys for coming to Ghana, joining us in Ghana. Thank you, Cisco, for gracing us with your presence here. The whole country is talking about this show on Saturday, and I think it's one of the most exciting events in the country, on the continent this year. It's a very big conversation. So many people in Ghana have been inspired by the likes of Cisco in terms of music, in terms of culture, in terms of dance. So many people grew up on his music, grew up inspired and, really looking up to icons like him. And I think it's very exciting for a lot of people that have the opportunity to see him for the first time on Saturday at the Accra Polo Club. Rhythm and Brunch, as Mali said, started 2 years ago as a celebration of R&B music. we felt like it was almost becoming a dying genre well, at least in this part of the world. Afrobeat and Amapiano has become a lot more popular in the last few years. The Gen Zs, as we say, are taking over with their music selection, and we wanted to make sure that old school R&B was not forgotten. So we started this event to celebrate that aspect, that era of music, and it's turned into a continental, we've moved to 4 other countries: Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda. We featured the likes of Ja Rule, we featured Bobby V, now we're about to feature Cisco. And the popularity of the event just shows how important that era of music is to us. Those of us even growing up here in Ghana grew up watching MTV, watching BET, being inspired by some of these artists. They were the soundtrack to our lives at the time, soundtrack to our relationships, and this is just an exciting way for us to celebrate that music. And when you come to the event, when you experience it, you just see what that means to so many people. We have a completely sold out show on Saturday. We've sold over 2,500 tickets.
Yeah!
We've sold over 100 tables, and it's going to be something amazing. So again, we're very excited and happy to have Cisco here. Excited to have you guys, members of the press, bloggers, media over here as well. We want to give you guys opportunity to ask the questions that you probably wanted to ask for the last 20, 30 years. This is your opportunity. Make sure you ask the right questions and we'll give Cisco an opportunity to address you, to address Ghana, to speak about how he's feeling about everything. We would like to do it in an orderly manner as much as possible. We'll give everybody a chance to ask one question at least, so that everybody gets an opportunity, and hopefully we can make this a very good interactive session as quickly as possible. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you again, Cisco, for being here.
Yeah.
So, Cisco, you landed a few hours ago. So before we take the questions, I'm just gonna officially, we've said a lot. We've told you how we feel. So maybe we should hear from you. You can tell us how you feel right now, and then we can go straight into what they want to hear from you. So, welcome. How are you feeling?
Hey man, thanks guys for having me. Especially with the way that music with Afrobeats and is it Amapiano? I say it wrong all the time. I have a friend who's also an artist and now a promoter named Speedy, Nelson Mandela's nephew. We've been to different places in Africa, and given the fact that Afrobeats has finally broken internationally for all of the years that we've been coming to Africa, we heard this music way before the rest of the world did, and the fact that I'm able to come here and perform for you guys before you guys, music was just kind of local. It was just in Africa, and everybody was just hearing the music here. But having you guys' music now global, and everybody knowing what it's about, and you guys still ask little old me to come here, I feel honored. And a lot of times people say that one thing that you were saying about R&B being dead, and a lot of people were saying that all over the world. Oh, is R&B dead? Is R&B dead? I don't think God makes mistakes. I think what was probably happening was the wheat getting separated from the chaff, the music getting curated, because just like we're here today, last week we was somewhere else. We're somewhere different every week at sold out shows around the world, because that music that you guys kept alive all this time, it was curated. And that, anybody knows the old adage that if you take a lump of coal over an extended period of time with a lot of heat and a lot of pressure, you get a diamond. And that's what our music is today. So thank you for allowing us to come and share our gift with you guys, with you not even having to. Because before, like I said, it was a big deal for American artists to come over and share our gift with you guys. But now, with your music being global, for you guys to still ask us to come and perform, both humbled and honored. So thank you.
As I said, I met you in the 90s, Drew Hill days in Toronto, so it's great to see you in Ghana, the country that I'm from, even though I spent my life in Canada. I want to know what your thoughts are, because you talked about the music here, going there, and your music has always been coming to Africa. Because my mom told me stories about buying records at the port and having parties in Ghana, records coming from the US. So what are your thoughts on the whole idea now that the diaspora, the African diaspora from the US, from the Caribbean, from different parts of the world are now seeing the opportunities to come to African countries, come and do business, come and live here, leave America behind and start new lives. What are your thoughts on that? And is that something that you would ever consider doing yourself?
Well, to answer your question of how do I feel about American artists coming to perform?
Not just artists in general.
Just Americans, period.
Yes, Americans, period.
Well, it's very. You're welcome. Let me just put it that way, because we were like the guinea pigs. We were coming out to Africa to perform ever since way back in like '98. And for the record, if anybody was wondering, we came directly out of high school into the music industry. So we was pretty much child stars. We were like 17, 18 years old when we first got into the industry. So back in the 90s, I wasn't, like I'm 1,000 years old now. But back in the 90s.
I'm older than you, then I must be 2,000 years.
Hey, black don't crack. And I was just saying that, we basically were child stars, and a lot of places that we had gone to earlier in our career, we were the very first, not only artists, but first Americans. I know for a fact that I was the first American artist to come to Angola. And after that, then Beyonce came and Oprah came. So we've been kind of, ambassadors, if you will, for America, coming here and having an opportunity to, show, the garb and come back with wonderful stories about how some of the things that we were taught in school about Africa was completely wrong.
Yep.
Like, we had no idea that the country was as beautiful, that the people were as beautiful, that the technology in some places in Africa is even further than anywhere around the world. We were just watching, I forget what country it was, but there's a country who has flying cars now. Flying cars, taxis. Flying taxis, yeah. Rwanda, right. So basically, to answer your question, how do I feel? I'm pretty much like, to anybody that sees this in America, I told you Africa was the real Wakanda.
Yes. Is this your first time in Ghana?
No, we've been here a couple years ago. I told you we've been all over the place.
Growing up, I know Thong Song was one of the biggest songs here in Ghana. People had the influences of even going as far as dyeing their hair to look like you. I want to ask, have you listened to any of the Ghanaian artists, and then are we going to see any collaboration?
To answer your question, any collaborations? Have I heard any music from artists from here? I'm looking forward to it because I haven't. If I have, I would not have known that if I heard an Afrobeat or what have you, that the artist was from here. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. And hey, man, like I said, y'all popping right now. So if new artists would like to, make a collaboration, I say this to anybody and everybody. even cavemen want fire. So you got to have that fire. Like, I don't care where it comes from, if you're a popular artist, if you made the beat in your basement. If you look at my track record, if you notice, a lot of times when an artist reaches a certain pinnacle of success, they have collaborations with big artists, and that's how they kind of get into the industry. Almost every single artist has someone attached to their breakout, if you will. Even though we had songs like, the In My Bed remix, the So Def remix, our very first single was Tell Me. That was just us. My biggest solo single was Thong Song. That was only me. My first single from my first solo album, Got to Get It. That was my cousin rapping on it. You know what I mean? I also own my own masters, so that's part of the reason why they hid me in the Dragon's Cave over the past couple of years. It was like, he telling them too much. Haven't you noticed over the past 10 years, everybody's been saying that they wanted to get their masters? That's because when Michael Jackson flew me out to meet him, which is insane. I had never heard Michael Jackson fly anyone out to meet him. I've always heard people say they went to see Michael. And Michael and also Prince, who we shared the same lawyer, they instilled in us to make sure that we have our business intact and get them masters. So that's why when I did my first solo album, I created the music myself and I sold it back to the label. So Thong Song was on Dragon Music with distribution through Def Jam. So to answer your question, I know I took the long way around, but I only did that to illustrate my point. I don't care where a hit comes from. If a song is hot, I don't care who did it. I don't care if you got a big name or if you don't have anything. If the music is good, then we can work together.
My name is Afi, and I have the best podcast. You need to go. Anyway. So my question has to do with R&B. I think R&B has evolved over the years, and some people do say they feel like it's dying. I think you kind of expressed that already. You being literally one of the legends, you feel like you have a sense of responsibility to keep it alive, and not just keep it alive, but performing your past songs, kind of thing.
Do I feel an obligation, was the question, to R&B? Well, in actuality, it's not necessary. You know what? We got something to sell. Yeah, an obligation to R&B? Absolutely. Even though myself, I have had R&B and pop success, so thank you, God, for that. But yes, I do feel like we have an obligation to just keep, like I was saying earlier, keep what we do curated and making sure that we're brutally honest with ourselves, as well as, because I think the reason why we were able to last this long is because I think the audience can see that honesty come through. Like the only thing fake about me is my hair color. It don't grow that color, y'all.
That's fine. That's the real talk area. That's the real talk area.
But yeah, I was just to finish your question. I do feel the obligation to just keep that same level of quality as you guys expect from us, and do the best that I can to continue to grow as an artist. And as it relates to new music, I got a little bit of new music. Oh, right. Unexpected.
And the last one is, who are your inspirations and who do you look up to in your career at school? Not necessarily musicians, just in general. Thank you.
Man, I look up to a lot. My inspiration is really just those people that are the realists. or do the best they can to be as honest as possible through their art. I do this my best to do the same. My influences were clearly every other male solo artist. You know, the Goats, Michael Jackson, Prince, or the artist. God rest their souls. And you know, when it comes to groups, it's pretty much like Boyz II Men, Jodeci. Oh, and you can't forget like the greats that came before, like James Brown, and I started getting back into Luther Vandross, Stevie Wonder, Jasmine Sullivan, and you know, Whitney Houston, and, Sierra, you know, Chris Brown. Keep an open mind, and you know, listen to all of the newer artists, as well as do the best that I can to show respect to the artists that came before us by, like you said, doing the best to keep that standard of excellence.
I've been out here for 2 years. My name is Ken Francis with Buckwild Radio Show on YFM. I'm originally from New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was wondering, did you ever consider doing your DNA? Did you find out if you were actually
Yes,
from?
and like half was all African, and Ghana was in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna look on my phone. I know I got it in there somewhere. That's what she said. Yo, the other half was like all like white and stuff, but some Asian.
And then
Spanish.
earlier, Ivy had asked about, you didn't finish the question, you didn't get the answer, I guess. Would you consider actually moving, relocating, buying property or something of that effect?
Man, I haven't been
in Ghana.
Yeah, well, I haven't been. I haven't seen enough to know. Plus, I got like 2 like younger kids,
Right.
and a lot of what I do basically is geared towards them, and you know, even to where I live now. I live with my family in the Midwest, mainly for my youngest 2 kids to stay at the school that they're at. That's really nice. But once again, man, hey, I can't lie. I haven't really been to a place in Africa that I didn't like, and if I did, I wouldn't say it.
I'm Ravina from the Thong Song podcast. It's a podcast in Kumasi with my friend. And you've been in the industry for more than 20 years. I want to know if there's a particular message you want to leave for the next generation of global artists who look up to you in the industry.
Like I said, we came directly out of high school into the entertainment industry, and you know, I won't say the same thing that everybody say. You just know and you got to do it. No, I'm not gonna go there. What I will say is, if you want to be a recording artist, don't chase money. Chase your art. Chase that plateau of how best you can exhibit your art for everyone, and the money will come. A lot of times, if you're chasing money, then you'll end up, you know, the universe will give you whatever money that you thought you wanted. Then you blow through that, and next thing you know, you like on a hamster wheel, just chasing money. But when you chase the plateau of your art and doing the best that you can to put your best foot forward, I think that's the best. It's the best advice I could give.
What are the key cultural things that you're planning for your trip? Are you planning to eat Ghanaian food? Are you and secondly, you have a very big influence on barber culture in Ghana.
Really? What's that?
Yeah, so what I'll just
Oh,
ask,
barber.
Yeah, so I'll ask for your team, if you guys are shooting some particular content, just go into any barbering shop, you'll probably see your image somewhere in there. It's something great to actually take back.
Give me the Cisco. I know, right? Oh, that's crazy. For everybody that dyed their hair blonde, My apologies. I'm sorry, y'all. It don't work on everybody, but some of y'all be doing it.
I think it's recently been 25 years since you released Thong Song and your album Unleash the Dragon. Did you expect Thong Song to be as big as it would be 25 years later, where even here in Ghana, every single weekend you will get that song at a nightclub, at a house, every single weekend? And also, I want to know what's the craziest place that you've heard Thong Song, or I don't know, like the craziest people. What's the craziest thing people have done?
Oh no, I don't know, man. Yeah. I guess the craziest thing is when and here come the thong, and then thongs coming on the stage, and we be having to like pick them up and put them in our pockets somewhere, or like slip on them and bust up. But man, that's happened. Or like bras. Yeah. So different articles of clothing being thrown on the stage, but that happens constantly. And to answer your other question, did I know that the song was gonna be that big? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Nobody had really spoke about a thong before the song came out. So it was a little bit more than a song. It was kind of a cultural movement, if you will. Just like back in the 60s when they was like burning their bras to protest at Woodstock or whatever. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, I did believe that Thong Song was going to be as big as it was. I think what I'm the most like shocked by is when you see like the younger kids on TikTok and stuff doing TikTok dance and stuff. Now that I didn't see that coming. But it's I'm honored and I'm flattered. But they be like, they be playing Unk's music.
Just as a quick follow-up, do you see yourself or identify yourself more as Thong Song Cisco or Incomplete Cisco?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Incomplete Cisco or Thong Song Cisco? Definitely Thong Song. And I tell you why. Because I wrote and produced Thong Song. Montel Jordan wrote Incomplete. And it's a beautiful ballad. I love that Montel Jordan had given me that song to sing. But Drew Hill, we got like 20 platinum ballads. Like, so, I'm not ever going to outdo my group in ballads. And, I it's pretty much like this. Cisco got the up-tempos, Drew Hill got the ballads. And so when you come to see our show, it's going to be high energy. But, I'll still, let y'all know that I can show y'all that I can sing as well.
Again, thank you to all of you who are here. So I have a question that I feel like I'm pretty chuffed to be able to ask this question because this only recently happened. You saw what happened with Cynthia Erivo?
Cynthia Erivo.
Erivo, yes. So she made the little video about how you sang Thong Song and how you had that whole and then you sang for Said I Like the Way. All of that. For 3 minutes you're just going on and on and on and on and on. The praise ballad. For me, that's one of my favorite parts of the song.
Right.
I think I want to connect it to more what's going on back then versus what's going on today. Back then you would make 7-minute songs and you would sing your heart out. Now because of streaming, I guess everybody wants their songs to be 2 minutes, 20-something seconds. So, number one, can you talk about what was going on, man? What was going on in your head when you were doing that 3-minute praise break? Because she said, how would you even do that? Like, it was so unnecessary, but it was so beautiful.
Right?
You understand? So was that a mistake? Were you just excited?
No. Well, to answer your question, Cynthia Erivo is my best friend.
See,
all right. Since that one conversation we had on social media, we're now the closest to friends. It's not facts. I love Cynthia, man. She's an incredible vocalist. But when I did Thong Song. No, we good.
Hold on for a second.
No, what I was saying was when I did that part to the song, it was just what we learned about song structure. We were always told that when it comes to the beginning of the song, you establish the song because people just want to sing along. And so once people are singing along, once you get to the end, that's when you can put your flavor in there and show why you're the artist that has the microphone and they're the people that's listening. And so, that's when you, quote unquote, they used to always say, take it to church. And that's what Babyface used to say all the time.
Got you. Now in... I think everyone knows what's happening on Saturday. Yes, indeed. If you don't have your tickets, I feel bad for you. But we'll figure it out. We just wanted to say, number one, we're going to keep saying the thank you because what we try to do at Rhythm and Brunch is to create experiences for Africans to find different ways to just come together. Whatever reason that we can to come together, we're going to take it. People come together for food, for tourism, for this. We chose, I guess, music and food as a way to unite Africans all over the world. Because for the most part, even if we're not from the same place, we all grew up the same way. We all spent enough time trying to record your music from, I don't know how you guys had to do it when you had to record from the cassette tape. You got to press, you got to press and then let it run, then you press and everything. Yes, indeed. Ever since we posted, there's so many people who've been posting about how when they were in secondary school, they used to write your lyrics, they used to perform it when they were all 13, 14, 15. So this is like full circle for a lot of us. So on behalf of Ghanaians, on behalf of Rhythm and Brunch, we wanted to celebrate our 2-year anniversary in style, and we thought there's no other iconic person to do it than you. I'll say this because I've been shouting your name for years now. I thought you did a Cisco show in Ghana for years. So the fact that we're here, the fact that it's about to happen, we're pretty excited. 27th at the Accra Polo Grounds, Rhythm and Brunch 2-year anniversary is by far going to be one of the best shows that you've ever been to. I say that as a fact. I'm not even just, I say that as a fact, honestly. We put in all the work in the world. We have the best DJs, we have the best hosts, we have the best MC, Johnny Stone. By far some of the best DJs in the country. And now we have one of the biggest legends in the world joining us. So you already know what to expect.
Hey, so for all the DJs, please don't feel like you have to play any of my music when I'm in the house because I'm here to perform it live. Yes. So you don't have to play. Unless it's something new that I give y'all that nobody else heard.
Got you. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We want to say welcome home, Cisco. This is Ghana. This is Rhythm and Brunch. It's about to be the best time that you've ever had.
Cheers to all my cousins.
Cisco.
All my cousins. Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching this episode. Don't forget, if you like this video, to hit the like button and share it and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss future uploads. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.